This is track cycling unlocked. Today, I'm trying track cycling, and this is so much steeper than it looks. I'm getting kind of scared, but I'm also excited. Let's go.
And this is a more than 500-kilometer train ride for one reason only, and for this unlocked video. I hope it's going to be worth it because I took a day off for this.
I'm so glad the weather's nice today because, as you can see, it's an open velodrome right here, and it is so much bigger than anticipated. Emma's gonna be here any minute, and she's gonna bring the bike I'll get to ride, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, crossing my fingers I can do this. Now that I can see it up close, I'm getting kind of panicky because this is so steep.
If there's one person in the world who doesn't care about this kind of danger, it's Emma Hinze. With 12 World Championship titles under her belt and 2 Olympic medals at home, the world-renowned athlete and fitness coach is the perfect person to teach me track cycling today. But not only I will get to learn something new with the bike, but Emma also. I know it sounds crazy, but by the end of this video, both of us will push to our limits.
So on this bike, you got an Olympic medal.
Yeah.
And I get to touch it. Ain't that cool? This is the most light bike. How much does a beauty like this cost?
I think it's about 30,000 euro each bike, so it's definitely a lot.
This could be a car.
The bike is full carbon.
And that's what makes it so expensive.
Yeah, expensive and that light. And also when you have a look at the handlebars, this one is for my hands. Good thing is I don't have to pay for it, so if you're good enough, you get the bike like this.
And it is hers because look at that.
Yeah.
It says her name right here. It's time to get to the warm-up, but you've brought clothes for me.
Yes.
So I'm very excited to try those on. I feel so official.
Looks good on you.
Thanks.
So when we have competition, the track is closed, we need to warm up on rollers. There are 2 types of rollers. One where you put your wheels in and you can't really move, and this one which you have a lot of movement and you need a lot of balance. Maybe you can try and put your bike on it just to see if it fits. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, my bike didn't fit, so we would have had to take apart the entire roller, like screws and all.
Ich weiß nicht genau, ich bräuchte auf jeden Fall Werkzeug dafür.
Instead, I will get to sit on Emma's Olympic bike. Oh my gosh, so crazy. But first, I got to see her do it.
So
That's just crazy.
this is how you can warm up.
You make it look so easy. I feel like it's a lot harder than it seems right now.
Yeah, that's because I'm used to it for 10 years now.
Yeah.
But actually it's not that easy if you start doing it.
Can you ever go just for a leisurely bike ride?
When I ride into the city, it's like competition for me.
Yeah.
And when someone tries to drop me, I'm like, no, not with me. Willst du auch mal probieren?
Yeah. I'm kind of scared, but I want to try. That's why we're here today.
Und dann musst du so nah an die Rolle dran erstmal wie möglich. Das Rad hochsetzen. Noch weiter nach vorne, weiter vorne, weiter vorne.
And then?
Ja. Hältst du?
Yeah. I don't know how you hold this in a way that is straight.
If you go faster, it's easier actually.
Yeah, for sure. There's no way I'm letting go right here. There's no way. This is so wobbly. You made it look so effortless. Leon, hast du alle Bilder?
2 Minuten brauche ich noch.
Oh.
What?
Dann musst du noch ein bisschen fahren. Also manchmal ist das Rad schon gerade und manchmal rutscht du noch so zur Seite.
Ja,
Wenn du irgendwann in der Mitte bist, dann ist es einfacher. Aber das braucht man, also man lernt dieses Gefühl ja auch mit der Zeit erst.
ja.
Ja, ich finde, du machst schon voll gut.
Thanks.
Okay, warte, ich mach los, mal den Lenker halten.
Ja, das war Fehler.
Alles gut.
I survived the warm-up.
Now we can try option 2 on the track.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna prefer option 2. And that's the starting machine. We're gonna talk about that later.
But before I'm allowed on the track, I need to learn a lot more about the bike and its lack of safety measures.
Yeah. How is it different?
So first of all, we don't have brakes. It's also for safety reason that
Yeah.
no one in the peloton can stop immediately and everyone needs to go forward.
Yeah.
And because of the speed we get, it's up to 70 kilometer per hour.
What?
So to think first which gear I want to race or I want to ride, and you need to decide before you go on the track. And then
So you
can't,
change the whole gear on the bike if you do a different discipline?
yeah. And even for
okay.
warm up, we go for another gear. Then for the effort,
That's so much like stuff you need to have on hand at all times. I don't even own a bike, so it doesn't really matter for me. I'm very happy with my bike.
and one thing is that we have these like straps, so you don't like lose contact or something because it's really dangerous.
Yeah.
And
At 70k if you don't have brakes.
yeah.
Ich bin eigentlich echt stolz auf meinen Auftritt hier gerade bei dem Warm-Up. Ich
Ja.
bin nämlich seit 2 Jahren nicht Fahrrad gefahren.
Ach krass. Ja, wirklich, das war nicht schlecht. Mit Service hier heute.
Said service is not only the lovely Emma, but also some further helping hands even getting me on this bike safely. And then it is on to the actual track. And the centerpiece of it all are the angled bends, of course. When you're really fast, they help you to not escape the bend, but they also force a minimum speed so you don't slip down. So, crossing my fingers.
Ja, sehr gut.
Okay. First
erste
round done as a
First
warm-up.
lap survived.
Yeah, first lap.
Also hilfreich ist, wenn du rechts so ein bisschen vorne warst. Genau.
Nein, andersrum.
Despite Emma's best efforts to explain to me how to do it, I was struggling so hard.
Shit, I still don't have it. Darn it. Now I have it.
You need to go as long as you can into the corner, and
Yeah.
if you're scared, you just go
You
down.
go down, okay,
yeah.
okay.
And then you need, maybe if you want, you can try a little bit more, and then you can go on full lap.
Yeah.
Okay, but we need to go faster for that.
Yeah, we're going pretty slow.
Okay.
If you're wondering why I need to go fast for my debut, so did I, but then I remembered physics class and thought of centrifugal force, which pulls you outward.
It's also the rule on the track, like speed is safety, because
That sounds crazy to say.
yeah, you don't slide when you're fast enough. So, and it's easier to stay upright on the track.
Yeah.
So here goes nothing, trying to be fast enough so I can stay in the sprint corridor.
So, bist du schon ein Stück in die Kurve reingefahren?
Ganz kleines
Und dann kannst du ja mal versuchen, bis zu dem Strich hier von der Platte zu fahren. Und dann fährst du dann wieder runter. Und jetzt wieder runter. Du musst viel schneller fahren. Du musst viel schneller fahren. Ja. Ja. Also du musst wirklich richtig schnell fahren für Sicherheit. Du kannst einfach hier in dem Korridor, also schwarze und rote Linie ist der Korridor. Ja. Fahr einfach hier drin. Und dann fahren wir nochmal ein Stück schneller. Und dann fahr einfach mal so weit, wie du dich traust. Ja, voll gut. Richtig gut. Juhu, erste Goal. Ja, voll gut. Ey, das war richtig schnell, dass du dich getraut hast.
So jetzt oder nicht?
Was? Wollen wir dann mal eine Runde fahren? Oder?
Eine ganze Runde,
Ja. Also unten im Korridor halt.
Ja.
Also ich kann auch vorwegfahren, wenn du willst. Also
Ja.
wenn ich eine rutsche auch nicht.
Mal gucken.
Olympic track cycling is a mental and physical chess match. Events are split into sprint and endurance categories, each demanding a different kind of pain-enduring genius. The sprint events are all about positioning, timing, and explosive power, while endurance races like Omnium test consistency and tactics across multiple disciplines. Team events are all about precision and trust, where riders work together to block slipstream or change the lead. In the individual and team pursuits, the clock is your only rival. The fastest time wins. Simple as that. In the points-based races like the Omnium or the Madison, it's not just about speed, but also about strategy. Riders earn points through sprints and lap gains, and the leaderboard can change in an instant. Just like my goals, because we've decided that today my challenge will be to go an entire lap in the sprint corridor as fast as I can. But first, I gotta do it at all.
Nicht auf der Linie fahren. Ja. Genau, weil die ist immer ein bisschen rutschiger.
Oh my gosh!
So the corridor you are in is the sprint corridor.
Yeah.
So when you go fast, you need to ride between the lines, between like the black and red line. Ja, ich find's ja krass, dass du das so gut kannst. Richtig gut. How do you feel?
I feel kind of crazy because I didn't think I was gonna do it, but then you have to have a certain level of speed to do anything.
Yeah.
So I just went for it.
Yeah. So good.
Oh my gosh! That was crazy. I drove an entire lap in between the black and the red line, which is called the corridor. And it was so frightening because all of a sudden the wall just gets steeper and it feels like you're going this way, which is not the truth, but it feels that way. And you need to continue pushing and having speed, otherwise you would fall down. Anyway, now a short break because my arms were just so tense that they're kind of hurting right now. And then we'll see how fast I can go. Ja, ich glaube, das kann ich nicht. Oh, my arms hurt so bad.
Das ist halt krass, dass meine Arme wehtun. Ich habe jetzt darauf geachtet. Ich merke gar nichts in den Armen.
Ich bin älter als sie.
I'm still very much on the struggle bus when it comes to actually getting going on the bike itself, but that thankfully won't be something I have to think about out of the starting blocks. But I do want to know from Emma what I should be thinking about.
So, in the challenge, where do I have to drive? Again, in the corridor
Yeah,
here?
in the corner.
Yeah.
The shortest way.
Yeah.
And you only go up if you want to get more speed. Or when you go full gas, you always stay in between the lines.
Before my final challenge and before I even learn how to start in this race, I want to get a couple more laps in just so that I don't drive too slow so that I stay between the lines, because if I'm not fast enough, I will slip back due to centrifugal force, and if I go underneath the black line, I would basically be disqualified because I'm not going in the sprint corridor. So, whew, let's practice.
Ja, das war schnell. Also schnell, nicht schnell, aber schnell gelernt.
Yeah.
I expected that you need some more laps to be like, or feel safe enough to stay on the track, but I think you did it after 2 or 3 laps, so which is pretty fast and good.
The next thing I wanted to do was to do a start.
Yeah.
We also have starts in track and field, but they're very different, so I'd like to know how it works. Emma ist in ihrem... In athletics, I go like this.
Okay, then we can. Ich habe keine Ahnung davon. Es ist. Ja. So. So, warte, ich muss mich mal auf die Maschine stellen. Und ich würde dir raten, jetzt diese Dinger richtig festzumachen, wenn du halt aus dem Stand fährst. Das ist ja auch voll neu für mich, hier hinten drauf zu stehen.
But like, what's the starting position? Like, do you go from here?
You go to the front, you go up, and then you go behind the saddle. Ja? Mhm. Okay, bereit?
No.
Du musst ja sagen, sonst hat dein
Okay,
Gehirn
I'm
das
very
falsch.
ready.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ja, voll gut.
It's just did whatever.
Ich wusste nicht, ob das zu viel Infos ist auf einmal, weißt du?
Yeah, that was kind of all over the place in my head, but at least I didn't like fall over.
Ja.
That's what I was actually fearing.
Track cycling began around 1870 in Britain after the Industrial Revolution. Early track races attracted crowds of up to 2,000 people looking for excitement. Perfect, as indoor tracks also enabled year-round cycling. Track cycling has been part of the Olympic Games since the start of the modern era. The only exception was Stockholm 1912, and the venues then looked very similar to the modern velodromes we see today, with the starkest differences being the bikes themselves. In the United States, the sport reached its peak of popularity in the 1930s when 6-day races were held in Madison Square Garden. The word Madison is still used as an event name today. Despite the long history, it would take until 1988 for women to be included in the Olympic program as well. And now, back to Emma.
Now I've done all the training I can
Yeah.
for today, and it's time for the challenge. But I want to know what you think I can do, or what your goal is for me.
So we do 1 lap standing start, and I think you can go for 33 seconds.
It's so far. This track is longer than usual tracks.
Yeah.
Usually it's 250,
Yeah.
and this is 333.
Yeah.
So that's why 33 would be a great number,
Yeah.
actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Sorry, but you also have headwind over here, so it's even more difficult because actually we train inside.
My
But you
heart
can do
rate
it.
is already going up. I feel faint. Okay.
And now it's time for my favorite part of this video.
Ging viel besser das letzte Mal.
Ja, ne? Ich lerne auch hier dazu.
Before my final challenge for track cycling unlocked, I'm trying to get all of the information in my head, how to start, when the beeper goes off, the official sound of that, all of the rules I've learned. Speed is safety, stay within the speed corridor and don't drive on the line. Trying to remember it all. And then it's time.
I'm very scared, to be honest, but I have a goal of 33. I'm trying to break that. And other than that, I don't really have anything to say. I'm too nervous. But yeah, this is track cycling unlocked.
You can do it.
Alle! Hopp! Hopp!
Go! Du schaffst das! Hep, hep, hep! Schneller! Noch 3 Sekunden! Hep, hep, hep! Ah, fast! Aber richtig gut.
Oh my gosh, that was so hard. Oh fuck. I have no idea how fast I was. Oh my gosh.
Good job!
Ah, thanks.
Ja.
That was so hard. I for sure have never cycled that fast in my life.
It was really good. You did 36. Maybe you lost some meter when you went up from the
Yeah,
corridor.
I went up because I was faster and I was like, what do I do?
I was like, oh, she's going fast up now.
And then I was like, wait, you're not even allowed to do that, are you?
You're allowed, but you
But
go
you have
for
to go
some
further,
extra.
right? Yeah.
Really good. I think it's even harder if you push when sitting the whole lap. I wasn't expecting you to stand. Just wanted to say.
If you had to rate me from 1 through 10, and 10 being like you, what would I be?
I think 5.
A 5?
So, yeah.
That's not bad. That's really not bad.
So you did,
Halfway to be Emma.
yeah, because it was really impressive how fast you could ride on the track. So you didn't need a lot of time for it. And yeah, I didn't see you were scared. I know you were scared, but I didn't see it. And you could really stay on the track. And you went really fast for 1 lap. So
I did it! Track cycling has been unlocked. Thanks to the amazing Emma. Thank you so much for having me and teaching me everything today. If you want to see more videos like this, check out the videos shown right here to see more other sports unlocked.